Eagles defensive tackle Javon Hargrave joins me here. And Javon, let's start with something that's really important, okay? You guys get 5 sacks on Sunday against the Saints. And after each sack, it's draw and kick, okay? And kick. So the way I'm reading that, it's the we're breaking in the door. Is that the definition of what you guys are doing?
Yeah, we kicking the door open. We kicking the door open. We are.
Who came up with that one?
That's Fletch. I stole it from Fletch. I can't tell a story. I seen Fletch doing it, and it was unique. So I just started doing it in practice, and he kind of encouraged me to do it in the games. So I just started doing it myself.
See, I believe that you were the guy who was going to do the gravedigger your entire career. I mean, it must have taken a lot. Did he have to pay you off to get rid of the gravedigger thing?
Nah, I don't know why I never did the grave digger. I don't know. I don't know. I think doing them plays, I just be in the moment. So for some reason, I never think about the grave digger. But when I seen the kick the door open, they just hit different. So that's
Is
why I
that
kind
sticking the
of.
rest of the season?
Oh yeah, I told him I'm taking that forever now. I told
I
him that's
love that.
mine.
I love it. Hey, Javon, what does it feel like to get a quarterback sack?
Man, it's probably the greatest feeling in the world for any defensive lineman. If you ask any defensive lineman, like, we'll probably give anything to get a quarterback sack. It's just it's just a surreal moment. You can't really explain it, but it's a great feeling to get to that quarterback.
Let's break this down in as basic terms as you can. Okay, so you come from a system where you're in a 3-4, three down linemen, four linebackers. You come to a system where you're now attacking as part of a four-man pass rush. And I remember last week, Malik Jackson was talking about how long it took him to adjust to this attack system. So fans hear, hey, attack, just snap the ball and get up the field. Break it down. What exactly happened before when you were at the Steelers? Snap of the ball, what goes through your mind? What actions do you take versus now?
See, with the Steelers, it was more of sideways. It was going sideways. So when the ball snapped, I'm trying to I'm trying not to get cut off or get reached. So I'm basically stepping sideways to wherever the offensive lineman gonna go. To now is more of getting upfield. It don't really matter where the offensive lineman going. It's me trying to hit my gap and get upfield with it now. But for schemes, I think it's just different techniques. Like I say, like if the guard pulls and the center come back on me, for the 3-4, you got to cross face. You got to go around. You got to stay on top of that, cross the face of the center. But now I'm trying to get in the hip pocket of that guard and go behind the center, and that's called a U-turn. So just different things like that, just a different adjustment.
I imagine, Javon, that there's a lot of trust that has to go into it. You have to trust what Matt Burke is telling you, what the scheme is dictating that you do. Does it take time to legitimately trust that 100% of the time?
Most definitely, because it's just, I'm doing things that in the past that I was taught never to ever do. Like, so it's just trying to break some of them habits and just buy into the scheme. So it took a little minute just to, really trust it, like really trust it. But it's just, I feel like I done adjusted well to it and plan on getting even better at it.
Are you finding that it's making you a better, more disruptive defensive tackle?
I love it. I love it, honestly. I love the scheme. I loved it even when I was struggling with it because I could tell how effective it can be. But it most definitely, because, I think the 3-4 is made for linebackers, but this 4-3 attack is made for defensive linemen. So I definitely love this scheme.
Javon, let's go back to the time when you signed with the Eagles during a pandemic. You moved to Philadelphia. You can't really socialize with your teammates. From a mental standpoint, how much of a battle was that when you combine it with the fact that you tore the pec and couldn't be part of training camp and missed the first game of the regular season? From a mental standpoint, how difficult was it for you?
Man, it definitely was frustrating coming to a new team during this pandemic just because I couldn't be around everybody. And I'm not really a vocal guy myself, so it's just not really knowing anybody and not talking to nobody was kind of hard for me. But the D-line, all them guys kind of like welcomed me in and just made it the transition easier. Even when I was hurt, they kept talking to me and just keeping me in the loop and just bringing me along with things. So it definitely was a lot easier than I thought, but definitely frustrating.
Did you come to Philadelphia alone?
Yeah, I'm by myself, so
Woo!
it's definitely tough. It's definitely tough.
So what do you do on your free time?
Man, honestly, it's really no free time. It's no free time here. So mostly we at practice. Well, now I guess with the virtual stuff, but really I'm just trying to get treatment and get ready for the next day. I don't do much. I just play the game, and watch some Netflix. But I'm not really doing much at home. Nothing at all.
You sound like everybody else in America. Javon, was there a period of time where you felt like you had to prove yourself to your teammates, and because you weren't practicing, because things were coming a little bit more slowly, that it was tough to do that? Maybe you doubted yourself for just a minute.
I mean, I definitely, coming from a new team, that's all you want to do. A guy who getting a big contract, you just want to prove of why you getting that big contract. So when I got hurt, it was definitely frustrating. I can't say I didn't have no doubts, but I was really confident that I could do this thing, and used it as motivation to when I got back. That I wanted to just get better every day.
Are you feel you're playing your best football of your career?
Nah, I don't think it's my best yet, but I'm definitely. I think I'm getting to that point though.
Oh, that's exciting to know that there's more to go. You've been really great. You and Fletcher have combined in such a dominating way. How has it been working with Malik and with Fletcher? And do you feel like you guys are doing what the Eagles wanted you to do, collapse the middle of the offensive line?
Yeah, I always thought we was. Even before this. Malik and Fletch just some veteran guys, man. They some Pro Bowlers, they some vets, and they done been to 2 Super Bowl. They both done won a Super Bowl, so they got things that I'm looking for. Just they got a lot of lessons. A lot of lessons they teach me. So everything they tell me, I just tune it in like anything. Just tune it in and try to use it to my game.
Javon, on Sunday, it's Kyler Murray. You've already seen Russell Wilson. You've seen Lamar Jackson. How difficult is it to chase around these guys who are so mobile, so quick, so decisive, and get out of the way so quickly?
Man, it's scary. I know all the guys we done name is like freakish in their own way, but Kyler Murray is just he elite at it. He's very quick. So it's going to take a whole team effort to try to bring him down. We're going to have to really be active and getting off blocks and just trying to get to him.
Last one for you, Javon. So I figure like you have to be aggressive, get up the field, but you also have to be really disciplined. You can't give him those run lanes. Is that the key for you on Sunday?
I mean, you can't play scared either, because I mean he's a great player, so he's gonna make them plays. But I think we just got to do what we do and try to go get them. Not really. I ain't gonna say be too wild in our rushes, but we can't be scared to rush them either. So it's definitely gonna be a challenge, but I think we up to it.
Javon Hargrave, thanks for joining me, and keep kicking in the door on Sunday and the rest of the season.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it.